My nephew over here with the baked potato mask.
I'm back.
He's back. I saw the concert the other night, and it was terrifyingly good. You worked your butt off.
Yeah.
What was it, 2.5 hours up there?
Power trio too, which was.
Well, I know you and Anton are almost like a machine. You guys anticipate everything that the next guy's going to do. But the bass player was really good.
Yeah, Steve Mackey on bass, filling in for Michael Rhodes, who's recovering nicely, and he was out on a medical, but he's doing great, and he'll be back.
Good. And Jade was great too. The way he had the vocals arranged was really cool.
Yeah, we talked about doing a power quartet. You know, it's like power trio with the second voice.
Yeah.
And it worked. It really worked. It filled out some of the gaps, and it filled out the things that would have been lacking if it was just me singing. And Jade's such a great singer. It's always a pleasure to sing with her.
Absolutely.
But you know, it was really fun. It was really fun to get out in front of human beings again.
What a concept, huh?
Yeah, and you know, we were doing like, depending on where we were, 25%. Then Florida was 50%. Austin was 25% based on an equation, and then Huntsville, Alabama was 25%. But you know what? I never thought walking out into a 3,000 seat theater and seeing 750 people would feel like Giant Stadium, but it did. I was like, look at you!
I remember playing in clubs where there were more people working to the club than...
Right.
I mean, we had more people in the band than the people working them. They had people.
And it was really nice just to get out there and play again, because...
I never saw you use so many pedals, and I guess with a 3-piece, you got to do that to keep introducing some sounds to keep it fresh.
Well, I hadn't used that rig in about 7 years, so it was back to the Marshalls with the pedal board. And
well, you had a bunch of different setups, so I don't know how many of them you used.
Basically what it was 3 pairs of 2. It was 2 Marshalls that were always on. Then I would have a switcher that would then engage the twins, and then or the Dumbles.
And what was that other amp there? Bobby says he knows a guy who makes that other amp.
The Benson is a Leslie, so it's a replica of.
Was there another Dumble kind of clone amp or something? Bobby thought that you were using.
No, I was using the 2 Rode Dumbles, and it was, you know, and then the Benson Leslie, which kind of gave a nice little chorus sound, and it was a bigger, different tone that I've been used to using, but for the 3-piece,
you gotta fill it all in, you know.
Yeah, and without, you know, because if I use that rig with the band with Reese and the horns and the singing,
it's almost too much.
It would eat up the frequencies, you know. So it was really fun, and we're going to do it again in the summer. We're going to go out and play again in the summer. And
I know they're booking the cruise, and
the cruise is sold out. I mean, it's
the greatest. You know,
so
I always said that's my favorite thing.
February we're gonna be out, and it's George Thorogood and Kev Moe, my friend Kev Moe.
You got Jimmy Vivino
and,
too, and
all the usual
old home week. You know,
yeah, exactly. And
every criminal that I know, you know, would be
on one boat. You know.
There you go.
But no, it's going to be fun. I'm just happy to see the vaccines rolling out. I'm just happy to see life getting back to normal, because we all know at the end of the day, it's going to have to get back to normal sooner, you know, than later.
Sooner, right? Well, it's expect the unexpected. I mean, we never thought there would be anything like this ever.
Yeah, and who'd have thought about the guitar business? You know, like being so in the weirdest economic times where people are having banner years and people are having the worst year of life.
Everything is totally just turned on its side.
Yeah.
People love guitars, are buying guitars.
Yeah.
We can't get enough guitars. You always need stuff in here, and it's just been crazy.
You gotta have the $1,400 pile.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spend your stimulus check with us.
That's right.
But it's
hate to be a bad influence, but I've been a bad influence on you for many years.
It's been.
Speaking of which, this 59 Coronet.
Yeah, you know,
thick body, Maestro.
Yeah, I've never owned one of these. I've always wanted to find a nice one that sounds good, because sometimes these New Yorker pickups are super bright and almost.
It's the chemistry also with the instrument and everything.
Yeah, and so it's kind of like. So it works. Plus, it's black and it's cool. You know?
That's right.
But so it's a unique guitar. It's a rare guitar, and this will be in the Nerdville West collection within a half hour.
All right.
Sure.
Well, I know you.
But I gotta pay you first. You know.
All right. Well, that's okay. We'll get it worked out.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know, it's nice to be back in California. I've been making a record and been gone basically since the holidays. So
Have you been writing a lot of tunes because you've been like off the road and all that, using the time to kind of
you would think,
get stuff
but
done?
I made a new solo record that'll be out this year. I also produced a record for Jimmy Hall,
I know, I heard about that.
and we
It's
wrote a bunch of
fantastic.
songs for him.
Josh was in on that
Josh
too.
is in on it. Josh is joining me next week. I'm not sure when this is going to air, but he's joining me next week. We're producing Joanne Shaw Taylor, a great
Yeah, I
great-
saw her on one of the cruises.
yeah, a great artist and a great friend, and we're doing a blues record with her. So there's stuff, and you know, it's slowly starting to roll back, and you know, I'm just happy. I'd like to see Justin get back open at the Baked Potato, you know,
Yeah.
so we can use our masks in there.
Well, you know, it definitely will be nice to see. And also, you know, the thing that you're doing with your foundation, helping all these musicians that have been out of work for
Oh,
so
you know,
long, too, you know.
Almost $500,000 we've raised and gave it all away. You know, we're doing another streamathon next month, and we're hoping to raise another 100,000.
Well,
and the thing is,
Call me, I'll
it's
donate. As I
well,
always-
you've been one of our sponsors for years, and we appreciate it. It really is. I know it's not life-changing money, but a $1,500 check in a time that
when you need food on the table and you need gas
get
in
in
your
the
car,
car,
to get any place.
yeah, we ended up the Fueling Musicians thing. We ended up just opting for the $1,500 check because, you know, maybe you have a hybrid or maybe you have an electric car and you don't need the gas card.
Right.
So to me,
But you
it's-
can use it in the grocery store.
you can use the check for anything, pay your bills or you know, or you know, save it, and then when you go back on tour, it's hotels, and I know it's not life-changing money, but it's everything that we can do, you know, to support a community that's always been supportive to me. And you know, I'm in a fortunate position where I've worked hard, but I've also been successful for a while. And
Well, I'm proud of you because, I mean, you know, I've known you since you were a kid, and not everybody thinks that way. I mean, you know, it's, you know, you've been so good to the Midnight Mission and all these other things. So, you know, at some point in your life, you got to think, what's it all about? What it was the whole life
yeah,
for? I mean, if you could help, you know, then it's kind of a cool deal.
the greatest achievement in my career was what we did last year when we raised the money for the musicians and gave it away. That's if I look back at my career, whenever a gig is a gig, yeah, there's been some real special ones. There's been some good records, and you know, God willing, a lot of fans have come out to see us play. But if you don't support the community, and if you don't, in a moment of crisis, reach into your own wallet and put up things and you know and support others, it's what's the point? What's the point? You know.
And a lot of musicians, as you know, and as I know, maybe are not, you know, direct descendants of J. Paul Getty in terms of knowing how to save their money and invest their money and all that. None of them expected anything like this to be coming down. And,
yeah, I mean,
you know, so I mean, it's crucial.
Well, the other thing is too is musicians are we don't get into the music business to be responsible adults. Okay, that's what makes us good at our
Arrested
job.
Development.
Yeah, irresponsible, irrational behavior like I'm about to do right here. This is why we're musicians. But it is one of the things. But nobody, I mean, even the most doomsday-minded person could not have predicted an entire year and a half, almost, by the time it comes back, it'll be almost a 2 year.
I'm 72 years old, and there was nothing like this. I mean, there's wars. I mean, more people died than in the combination of 3 gigantic wars.
Yeah.
And in a very short period of time.
Yeah. And it was serious, and like, you know, everybody, you know, I've known people have had it. I had it, you know. But it's to me, it's like the sooner we get back out there and roll back out and you know, make music again, make people happy. I think everybody's collective psychology and anger levels will go down.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody's pissed. I mean, like
There's a lot of upset people, and you know, we're the ununited states these days. I mean, everybody needs to cooperate and just kind of do whatever we can to get this behind us. Because to think that we could have been the last generation to go to a ball game and sit there you know, shoulder
yeah.
to shoulder with everybody, go to a concert, go on a cruise, which you know,
Yeah, exactly.
going to a restaurant, all these small bars where people are kind of packed in, like the baked potato, you know, that's,
Yeah,
you know, I'd
it's
hate to think of that being a thing of the past.
No, and I think it's, you know, people love to socialize, and they love to socialize in 3 dimensions, and that'll eventually come back. It's just, you know, everybody's just a little bit angry now. I mean, there was a couple of guys getting into it yesterday at the salad place. I just said, hey guys,
Really?
we're here for salad. You
Yeah,
know,
really.
it's not
Well,
not
you
a
know,
political discussion. You want lettuce or not?
Well, maybe there was something blue in the salad. Maybe there's something red in the salad.
was
I don't
like-
know, but
Yeah,
whatever
like-
it was, you know.
It was like that old show CNN Crossfire. And like in the salad shop. I'm like, wait a minute, we're just here. Listen, we
What are
don't
they
like
arguing about?
chicken or tofu. It is what it is. Let's move it on. But anyway, nice to see you again, Norman.
You
Thank
too,
you very
buddy.
much for trusting
Listen,
me.
I
with
appreciate it.
this.
Thanks for doing what you're doing for all those musicians, because you know them and they're friends of yours and they're friends of mine, and you know they all need it. And
Yeah, and you know, I mean, even though we're called keeping the blues alive, we've given out checks to rock bands, metal bands, country,
Sure.
hip hop. It doesn't matter. You make music. You dedicate your life to this thing. You want it. You know, you're on the road. You're working. You're doing things. Then you know, at the end of the day,
yeah.
it's, you
Well,
know,
again, there's a lot of people that can kind of turn their backs to it and just pretend it doesn't exist. And I know you for a long time. You have a conscience, and you know that would bother you if you didn't do something if you were able to.
you have to. You have to. So anyway.
Our love to all the musicians out there who are hopefully getting ready to get back out there, and I hope they wrote a bunch of tunes and did something productive during that time. And
Some of them have. Me, I haven't really practiced very much.
yeah, well, not the way I heard you playing the other night. You were
Yeah.
destroying.
That was 5 shows felt like 50, Norm.
Well, you know, to do it with that few pieces and have it sound full and keep every tune kind of fresh, so it's not like you're playing the same solo over and over again. Everything, I mean, you know, I can't even remember lyrics to my own tunes, and they weren't very complicated. I mean, for you to remember all those guitar parts and the lyrics and...
Well, the lyrics I have a teleprompter, but the guitar parts I play, I remember
All right.
those. Yeah. The best and the worst haven't ever got it. But thank you. Thanks for having me again.
Great
Nice to
Joe
see you.
Bonamassa. Thank you so much, buddy, and thanks for being the guy you are. And you know,
That's nice.
I'm really proud of you. He's got good parents and comes from a good family, and I know his family, and you know, I'm sure they're really proud.
That's
Keep doing what you're doing.
As long as I don't get a call from my mother. This is
Well,
the great motivator.
Well, I just remember one cruise that I was about to get on the cruise, and your mom said, "Norm, promise me you're not going to sell Joe another guitar." And I had to take my hand and cross my fingers and put it behind my back and go, "Deborah, I promise you."
Oh, yeah, right.
You know, so it was a lie.
Well, you didn't sell me a guitar that particular day.
That's true.
So it's one day at a time.
All right. Well, Joe Bonamassa, thank
Thanks,
you
guys.
guys.